looking at everything online. I was just like, when China came out, talking about these Gucci bags are from them, and you can get your Birkin bag, and women were all on there selling these bags, and they were talking about all these brand names, Nike, Gucci, Prada, all these names. I was like, what the hell? And I was saying to myself, hey, I was trying to figure to myself, hey, they got some Nikes for $30. I need to figure this side out. So I was on TikTok flipping through it. I looked through TikTok for 2 hours looking for it. I was like, I gotta get these Nikes for $20. You talk about Nikes for $20? I was like, oh my, I gotta go. So I'm flipping, and it was new, so they're giving Chinese sites, but I was looking for something that I was like, oh my God, how can I get to them? And then I eventually it was the Yellow app. And I was like, the Yellow app? So I downloaded it in my Play Store, and it came down and it was DH Gate. Never seen it in my life. So I got on it and I put Nikes in it, and it all popped up. I was like, what? Oh man, I was so happy. The shoes were cheap, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get me some Nikes. So what happened was I went on there, y'all. I seen a phone, the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I was like, you got it for $130? I was like, let me go on my Google app and see how much it is here in America. So I was so thrilled. I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at the reviews. I'm just sitting there like, they got an iPhone 16 Pro Max for $160 out the door. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. Do you know how much a damn phone like that costs in America? Almost $2,000. And I'm about to get it for $160. I was like, forget the Nikes. I want my iPhone 16 Pro Max. I was so happy. I went into the database. I read everything. And I was just like, oh my God. And I put in for it, and it came to $160. And I was happy. I even put the shipping protection on it for an extra $2. I said, I am happy. So I went to my friends. I was telling them about DH Gate. I'm trying to get these Nikes. I got this phone and everything, and I can't wait. And my friends was like, good luck. I was like, what do you mean good luck? You trying to hate on me because I'm about to get an iPhone 16 plus? Don't get mad. Don't get mad. And they didn't want to listen to me. They were like, man, I was just sitting there saying to myself, I need an iPhone. I need that phone. So I put in for it. Ding. And I called my brother. And I was like, hey, they got these iPhone 16 Pro Max on there for $163. And the guy, my uncle was like, my brother was like, man, I don't know, man. It might be a scam and stuff like that, man. But you need to read the reviews and see if it's, it might not be coming from America. You don't know what they kind of viruses and everything. So I was like, you're right. So I got back online and I canceled it. I said, oh, I don't want no fake phone and everything. They might have viruses and it might not work and everything. And I was just sitting there, I was sad. And my head was down and I was thinking about that iPhone 16 Pro Max for almost $160. $2,000 in America. And I was a little bit sad. And I kept looking at the phone on the Yellow app and looking at the phone. And I said to myself, forget it. I'm going to get it. And I ordered again. I was like, yes. And I ordered it. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, yes. And I'm sitting there. And the guy, the guy that was Korean or in China was like, hey, this is your address. I'm like, yes. And I'm happy and everything. And it took them a while to ship off this phone to me. And I was like, oh my God, when is this phone gonna get here from China? From China? Welcome China. You know that song, Curling G, Andu na na la na. Coochie like, it's all over TikTok. I like the song. I wanted to be Warren G and have my phone with my iPhone 16 from China and just sing the same song as everybody is singing around the world. And I was sitting there waiting for it and waiting for it. It's been a week. And I was sitting there, it's going to take about 2 weeks, but I was sitting there like, oh my God. So I'm looking through YouTube and I put the iPhone 16 to have the information on it, to have what's the understanding what it is. I didn't know too much about it. I just knew it was the best quality phone on earth to me. And I got the best one too. And I was sitting there looking at it, trying to understand it. Oh, that's going to be my phone. That's going to be my phone. And then this YouTube video came up. i16 Pro Max scam. I was like, scam? So I'm looking at this video, and they looking at the video, and the people looking at it, and they was like flipping through it. You don't want to put your information in there. It can get stolen. There's scam artists when they're on these phones, and I was like, he's lying. He's lying. That is my phone. So on my feed, on my YouTube, another one came up, and I was like, Don't do this. That's my phone for $160. And then it says, yes, a scam. They like to scam people over these phones from China. I was like, no, not my phone. Not my phone. Not my phone. And then I was looking at it and I was just like, oh, not my phone. Not my phone. Not my phone. And then I looked at another video, and then another video. And I was like, they kept saying, China, China. It was 3 videos from the yellow app. They'll scam you if you take your information. And I was convinced, and I was like, let me go back on the yellow app. I went back on the yellow app, the DH Gate app, and I'm looking, and I'm looking. And I'm reading and reading and reading. But there was a page at the bottom that they hid, but it said more information. And it dropped down. And I was like, it said it was made on the model of Android 15. I was like, what? No. It's Apple made by, it was an Android 15 or 14. And I was just like, you're bringing down my dreams of $160 for my phone. And I kept reading and reading. I read everything. And I see that it was a scam. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn, too good to be true. Even the guy on the YouTube said, if it was too good to be true, it's a scam. And I was like, he might be right. But he was right. So I called the people I emailed the people on my app. messaging, and I told them I thought it was an iPhone 16 Plus, real one. And they was like, when it comes to you, you can send it back to us and we'll give you a full refund. But you have to pay for the shipping. I was like, what? I don't know how much the shipping is, but I look at the records of it, it was $15 to $30. My phone costs $160. So I'm like, I still get $130. That'd be fair. And they say you can't get the refund until the phone is shipped back to us. I was like, all right. And I've never got the phone yet, and it's just still in China processing, and it never came. And I was trying to delete it, and I was just like, I'm done with it. And it was heartbroken. I thought I would have an iPhone 16 Plus for $160. But that dream didn't come true. It was like, it's like I lost my job. It's like I got a divorce and my wife left me. I wanted that phone. If my wife would have, if my wife or my girlfriend left me just to get this, it's gonna be me, LaDon, or that phone. And I'll be like, I don't give a damn about you. I want my phone. And the girl would just leave out my life. And I would not feel bad. I would sit there, got my i16 Plus Pro Max. Don't care if you leave. I got it. But that dream didn't happen. It's a big old scam. But at least I tried. I thought that dream was going to be mine. But it didn't. It is what it is. Oh, man. But hey, like they said, some of that stuff is real, some of that stuff is not. But it felt so good to see an iPhone 16 Plus for $160. And I thought about it. I said, let me get one in America. But in America, it's $2,000. Who got $2,000 for a damn iPhone Plus? I don't. Now, because of the tariffs, it's going up to $3,000. I wanted that phone. But hey, I just stayed with my Samsung S54 $150 phone. One day I will get it. Damn. I just tell you the truth. When you on these sites of China or whatever site you on, if it's too good to be true, then you know it's fake. Just want you to know it. Just want you to know that. But hey, it's part of life. But anyways, I want to say to you guys, I had a damn good day.